Race 5 at Belmont jumps at 2:29. It's the Crown Perth Handicap over 1,200 metres. And we'll have a look at the first up win of Little Fish last seen at Belmont.
Four deep around it now. On the outside goes Sammy the Boss. Into the straight, Little Fish is the leader, a length and a half. Spirit and Fight, Tracciato sticks on Will. I don't like Fairview. Here comes Sammy the Boss, winding up right down the middle though with its run at the 150, and Sammy the Boss ranges up, goes to Little Fish. Little Fish fights back, Sammy the Boss, and Little Fish will go to it locked together. Little Fish fights back.
Really impressive return to racing from Little Fish. This horse has untapped potential, and we saw first up the horse was ridden with some intent to sit outside the leader, hit the front at the top of the straight, but then angled back towards the inside, which was not the best going on the day. It looked headed, looked gone for all money in the straight, but then it kicked back to win quite strong in the end. It held off Sammy the Boss, who was flying, but I'm expecting this horse from gate 3. It's just drawn perfectly here. I'm expecting it to go nicely through the grades so far this campaign, en route to bigger things later on. Second pick is a 3, which is Want to Be Good. It jumped well for it last start before being heavily restrained back through the field to sit last on the outside on a slow tempo. It came widest into the straight, was clearly the best going through the line, and all things being equal, it should do much the same here from a back marking position. Third pick is a 6 in Shinju. It was a really nice performance there last start to get the win. It was dominant late. Sat one out, one back. It got a perfect run. It ran the fastest last 800 of the day, and stepping up in distance based on that late finishing burst, it should be suited here. And then fourth pick is the 4 in Tracciato, which was not really, it didn't have too many favours there last start. It sat 3 wide without cover. There was no real intent early to get the horse into position. Just seemed to keep grinding towards the end there. I think it'll be better suited with more tempo. Not sure it will get it here, but it does draw a bit softer. On top in race 5 is 1 Little Fish from 3 Want to Be Good, 6 Shinju and 4 Tracciato. Race 6 at Belmont jumps at 3:09. It's Ian Riley's 60th birthday handicap over 1,400 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent performance of Unitime.
Express Flirt taken out wide with Unitime deeper. Then Men of Muck and Budham get over it, trying to work into the clear. Had a little bump though. Crick Deep Love desperate for galloping room, but Express Flirt's looming strongly on the outside of Lord Ludlow. Petrosity. Unitime on the outside, still coming with Go Crying. Lord Ludlow on the inside, just in front. Express Flirt, Go Crying, Unitime. Go Crying takes the lead, and a boil over Go Crying as one from.
Didn't have the best run in transit there, but the horse was heavily supported on the day. It started a very short favourite. Was settled third last on the outside, came widest into the straight, just seemed to lose momentum at a few times. It was affected by a mid-race slowdown as well, and was defeated by Go Crying, who's returned to racing in good order. I'm expecting the horse from gate 6. It can probably just sit a little bit cosier here, won't have to get as far back in the run, and all things being equal, it should be able to capitalise on what's been a very impressive campaign so far. Second pick is the 7 in Kia Aura Star. Well, the horse was backed at a little bit of a price there on the day. It was also just very effective going towards the line from a position that was too far back and running. But again, another horse drawn from gate 5. It should be able to settle midfield in this event and use that turn of foot late. Third pick is a 10 in Trump This. It gets the bar shoes off for the first time here. We've seen it had 2 trials, and the most recent one just picked up over the last 100 metres, peaked just on the post, so I'm expecting it would have improved fitness-wise from that. And first up last preparation, the horse did run third. Fourth pick is a 5 in Lickety Split, who jumped well, settled in the box seat, was fairly beaten by the winner, but still, having said that, it was the second best performance of the day, and the horse itself should put itself into the race nicely from gate 9, and Chloe has a party on board. On top in race 6 is 2 Unitime from 7 Kia Aura Star, 10 Trump This and 5 Lickety Split. Race 7 at Belmont jumps at 3:45. It's the Amelia Park handicap over 2,100 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent performance of Noirdaroo last seen at Belmont.
Right to the outside. Here comes Lenny going for a run back towards the inside and starting to pick off the runs coming its way at the 300. Paddy Shadow races up now, goes to a narrow lead with 200 left to go. Sticking on Noirdaroo, Spiritual Warrior, Paddy Shadow fighting back Spiritual Warrior, Paddy Shadow, Spiritual Warrior fights back. Grand win.
Had a few excuses there, Noirdaroo. It was 3 wide without cover for a lot of the run. It ended up 3 wide with cover to begin with, tracking the stablemate and Spiritual Warrior, but then was left exposed coming around the corner and still managed to go okay towards the line. I thought the late sections were quite impressive. It seemed to improve with every 100 metres or so, and given the draw here from gate 5, Lucy Warwick's picked this horse over a couple of the stablemates as well. I think it just ticks a few boxes here. Second pick is the 2, which is Gonna Go. I'm expecting this horse can improve sharply given the softer draw. It was restrained back from the draw last start, sat 4 back the fence early before coming off the fence. It had a bit of momentum there coming around the corner, just seemed to be a little bit too far back, but it did attack the line well. Third pick is the 10 in Paddy's Shadow. Again, another horse who does seem to be attacking the line particularly well of late. The inside draw is maybe just a small concern, but if it can begin well and settle that little bit closer to the speed, you'd have to think it would be more advantaged. Fourth pick is the 3 in At the Ready, who almost looks ready, it must be said. William Pike's jumping on board. It will be back out last for probably most of the race, but the way it finished off last start, it suggests the horse is finally ready. On top in race 7 is 9 Noirdaroo from 2 Gonna Go, 10 Paddy's Shadow and 3 At the Ready. Race 8 at Belmont jumps at 4:25. It's the Peninsula Mile over 1650 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent performance of Snow Chino, last seen at Belmont.
Have come together. Snow Chino pops out though to join them quickly, and so does the Fugazi. About 2 lengths, Butley Lad, Bold Success, followed by Tonka Tough. Further back, Witness in Court. Snow Chino's got the better of the Fugazi. Bow Count fights back. Snow Chino with 100 to go, a length and a half. On the inside, battling back Bow Count, Bold Success, the Fugazi. Snow Chino much too good. Snow Chino beat Bow Count.
3 wins on the trot for Snow Chino, and arguably the definition of a mare in form. If there's any rain around as well, the horse will definitely be suited, but it's drawn perfectly from gate 1. Jason Whiting seems to be really clicking with this horse, and all things being equal, it's been running strong sections at the start and at the finish of its races. Clearly has the best last start rating. If you can reproduce that, it will be very hard to beat here. So it goes on top from the 10, No Saying It. It's another horse who's in career best form. Love the way this horse attacked the line there last start. That was after jumping well, being restrained back through the field. It did have momentum coming around the corner into the widest part of the straight, which was good ground on that occasion, but still it's hard to knock that horse's form. Third pick is a 2 in Abdicator. It jumped well, was ridden with intent to lead. It was swamped with about 250 metres to go in that race, but it still managed to keep kicking. It was on the inside pad, which wasn't the best place to be. So again, the wide gate might actually help the horse here on Saturday. Fourth pick is a 9 in Free Trade, who has been up for quite a while now. Last start, it managed to get just the absolute perfect run in transit, scything its way through the field after settling third last. It managed to find itself 4th on the turn and then was strong late, holding off the rest of the field. It's hard to knock what the horse is doing, but it does meet some stronger ones here. On top in race 8 is 13 Snow Chino from 10 No Saying It, 2 Abdicator and 9 Free Trade. That brings us to the last at Belmont. It's race 9, jumping at 5:05. Jessie and Sarah's Mongol Derby recognition handicap over 1650 metres. And we'll have a look at the most recent performance of Bow Count.
Have come together. Snow Chino pops out though to join them quickly, and so does the Fugazi. About 2 lengths, Butley Lad, Bold Success, followed by Tonka Tough. Further back, Witness in Court. Snow Chino's got the better of the Fugazi. Bow Count fights back. Snow Chino with 100 to go, a length and a half. On the inside, battling back Bow Count, Bold Success, the Fugazi. Snow Chino much too good. Snow Chino beat Bow Count.
Fantastic second up effort from Bow Count. The horse itself settled outside the leader, was ridden with intent there from the wide barrier by Jason Brown, and he sticks here, gets another wide barrier, and a race that doesn't particularly have too much speed in it. I'm confident he can jump towards the front and try and dictate this. He ran the second best performance of the day there last start, and I'm confident he can go on with things here. Second pick is a 7 in Misty Lad. It's the other on-speed galloper in this event. Sat 1 out 1 back there last start on a fast tempo. Took over at the top of the straight and stuck on. It was clear best of the on-speed gallopers, but it was picked up late by a few others. Third pick is the 1 in Ravelli. It should put itself maybe a fraction closer here. It has been settling right back in the field, but the way it finished off last start suggested it will probably be about ready about now. It just got going over the last 100 metres on that occasion, but the horse can handle a good tempo up front. Fourth pick is the 3 in Bold Success, who didn't really have any luck in running there last start. 3 wide without cover. It was the better ground out there. You'd rather be out wide than on the fence, but nonetheless, the horse itself continued to run on particularly well on that occasion. And just having a look at it in the yard, it did look like it had just reached full fitness. So I'm expecting from gate 3, the horse should be able to settle a bit handier and race with a bit more luck in running. On top in the last, in race 9, is 4 Bow Count from 7 Misty Lad, 1 Ravelli and 3 Bold Success. Best bets at Belmont, race 3, number 2, Massimo, race 5, number 1, Little Fish. That's all from us here at Perth Racing. If you'd like to keep up to date with us, stay in touch via our website or on social media. Until next time on the box seat, I'm Pete Anthonus. Good punting and go well.